G'day and Happy New Year. I'm Andrew Marshall with the Northern Australia Climate Program at the University of Southern Queensland. And this is a short summary of the Bureau of Meteorology's climate outlook for the Northern Territory for the weeks and months ahead, issued in the last few days of January 2026. So we'll take a look at the rainfall outlooks to begin with, starting with these outlook scenarios here. And these are the rainfall totals that have a 75% chance of occurring for your region. So looking ahead to the 3 months from February to April, we're seeing a 75% chance of around 25 to 50 millimetres for southern parts of the territory, increasing as we head north up to 400 millimetres or more for much of the top end and East Arnhem regions. And don't forget to use this magnifying glass here to drill deeper into the forecast, where you can specify your location of interest to break the forecast down into the chance of different rainfall amounts occurring. And this gives you an idea of how conditions are likely to be compared to the historical median. And your local climate mate will be happy to go through this with you in more detail. Now we'll look at the temperatures, and the differences from average for maximum temperature here show mostly warmer conditions for the 2 weeks from the 5th to the 18th of February. And here the average is calculated over the 1981 to 2018 period for this time of year. Now for minimum temperature, we're also expecting warmer than average conditions across the territory over that 2-week period. Now looking at the chance of extremes map for the 3 months from February to April, we're seeing an elevated chance of unusually warm days and nights across the territory. And by unusually warm, we mean the highest 20% of historical temperature records for this time of year based on the 1981 to 2018 period. Now, of course, remember these long-range forecasts for rainfall and temperature do provide the best guidance for local climate. So that is our focus as always. And these forecasts consider all ocean and atmosphere conditions that affect seasonal weather and climate. But if you are interested in some of the climate indicators that can influence the forecasts, we'll have a quick look at these now. And sea surface temperatures in the Australian region were the 3rd warmest on record for December, and they remain warmer than average in the forecast for the 3 months from February to April, particularly notable in the Tasman Sea. Now, warmer oceans can provide increased moisture and energy, and that can enhance the severity of storms, cyclones, and rain systems. A weak La Nina continues in the tropical Pacific, and the Bureau's model predicts a return to a neutral state in February, and this timing aligns with most international models assessed. The Indian Ocean dipole has returned to neutral, and this is typically inactive from December through to April. The Madden-Julian Oscillation, the MJO, was strong over the Western Pacific in late January, but has since weakened and is forecast to regain some strength over the Indian Ocean in early February. And the Southern Annular Mode, or the SAM, was in its positive phase at times through January, and it's forecast to be neutral through most of February. Now turning to the pasture growth outlook from long paddock here for the 3 months from January to March, we're expecting to see pasture growth across Northern Australia with some large areas of high, medium and low growth predicted in the coming months. And don't forget to visit the NACP Cattle Comfort Index prototype forecast at nacp.org.au for information on how heat stress conditions are likely to vary over Northern Australia in the days ahead. And you can explore other forecast products there and read a whole lot more about the Northern Australia Climate Program. As always, for more information and updates, visit the Bureau's climate pages at bom.gov.au/climate. If you have any questions about recent conditions or the use of weather and climate forecasts, please reach out to your local climate mate. See you next month.